So now we're doing freeCodeCamp, a legacy Python for everybody, comparing and sorting tuples. Yes. I thought we were on the exercise because we did the exercise yesterday for the other one. Anyway, let's do it. I can't believe we're already done with this chapter. Let's go.
So now,
Whoa. Is it too loud? Oh, that's good. Let's write this down. Sorting lists of tuples. So let's get out the handy dandy notes. Come down here. And let's say what I just said. Sorting lists of tuples. Sorting lists of tuples. Okay. We can take advantage of the ability to sort a list of tuples to get a sorted version of a dictionary. I believe it. I don't know what that means, but I believe that that's a thing. Probably. Well, all right. There's that. So let's do the next one, which is first we sort the dictionary by the key using the items method. Okay. And sorted function. Okay. Let's write down this little example. Let's say example, and then we'll do this. We'll have the triple chevron. Let's save this in a copy. Copy that. All right. Now let's say here I'm going to say, what are we going? Let's just say dictionary. I don't think that's a keyword at all. Equals, and then we'll do this, and we'll say this with a colon and a space and a comma and a space, and let's get this and let's repeat it 2 times. All right, 1, 2. Bring it back like that, and let's fill this thing in. Let's say A, and then 1, 2, 3. Right arrows 10. 1, 2, 3. B. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. C. 1, 2, 3. 22. Like that. Okay. So we've got a dictionary, and it's going to be looking like this. That's pretty simple. Let's let's come down here and make the chevrons again. All right. And let's say dictionary dot items. All right. And it's going to print out dictionary items, and then we're going to have a set of parentheses, then we're going to have a set of curly braces inside of here, like that, and then we're going to have another set of parentheses and a comma with a space, and inside of these parentheses we're going to have this stuff. All right, but we're going to have to fill it in because it's not in that. It's not, we can't just copy this and do it. So let's get a pair of, what are those things called, quotes, and then a comma and a space, and that should be a good format for this. And let's copy this space here before the bracket, before the closing bracket, to the right after this bracket. Copy that, press I guess the right arrow key, drop it off 1, 2 times, and then get rid of that space and comma, and then we can fill this thing in. So let's put A here, come over here, do 10, we'll do B again, and we'll put 1 there, and then we'll do C, and we'll do a double 2. Looks fantastic. All right, let's press end, enter, tab, chevron, 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 sorted. Now we're going to have a dictionary.items All right. And then what that's going to print out is going to be this thing thusly. This thing right here, I should say. There we go. All right. So that's that. Let's look at it, actually. Let's see if we can go forward.
We're going to predict and take.
Whoa. Let's look at this before we listen to the expert. Let's try to figure out what the expert wrote before we listen to the expert talk. Hey, Audit. I didn't even see you over there. What do we got here? Thanks to it's not thanks to me. It's thanks to the efforts. Because of this, you can complete the freeCodeCamp HTML and the CSS. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. And anyway, I'm recording a video, so I'm going to show people that you said this, so they don't think I'm, talking to nobody. And yeah, you're welcome, and keep working hard. If you're ever having trouble with it, remember, you can go back. Look, I've done. Where are we? Let me go. Paul, calm down. I've done this whole thing 3 times. Okay, I had to record it 2 times. I think I recorded it, 2 times. I don't remember. I've done it a lot of times. Okay, I've done this more than once, more than twice too. So if you ever want to get, if you're having trouble with it, remember, you can go back through this thing. Okay, you can go back through this. No big deal. Let's get back to the video. So let's look at what this is. So we can take advantage of the ability to sort a list of tuples to get a sorted version of a dictionary. Okay, so that's what this is, a sorted thing. First, we sort the dictionary by by the key using the items method. So we're gonna make this list of tuples with the items method. Okay, and we're also going to use the sorted function on it. All right, so we put sorted. And then we're going to put this dictionary dot items in there, which we could have named that something, actually. Let's go back to the notes and name that something, actually, because I don't like how that goes. Let's say no, we can't do that. So there's this. We should be able to do that, right? Why didn't he name this a variable is the question I have. Like, so if we do this, is this going to be printed out? Okay, let's go ask the expert. I'm sure he will just gloss over this as if we know already, because, that's the style that we've got going on.
Now we can
chill. So let's go ask the expert real quick. Let me go pull the expert up. Let me pull up the expert's page. Okay, so here we are. And so what we're going to ask it is, what does this thing say? First, we sort the dictionary by using, okay, let's open this, get the notes out. And let's see this. Let's just put this in. With the following code, will what was it we were doing? Will the dictionary.items actually print out? Will the dictionary.items actually print out without us telling it? Okay, good. Yeah, okay. That's not okay. I was confusing the crap out of me. All right, so this isn't how it would actually look in the computer. Why even put the chevrons if the thing's not going to be the exact thing? All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to say, what are we going to call this? Dictionary items. Let's call it dictionary items equals dictionary.items, and then we'll do under that print, and then we'll print dictionary items, and then it'll do this thing. Oops, like this. And then it'll do this. Will it actually print? Okay, will it actually print this? I mean, we could look at the command line, but I don't feel like doing that. Would it actually print this if we do a print on it? If we do the print function on it. Okay. This is the output. This is the output, right? I don't know. I wanna just go with the thing, but I want to figure this out before he talks about it. Whatever. All right, let's just I'm gonna put some question marks right here. I'm gonna put some question marks right here. And I'm gonna put some question marks right here. Because it's unclear to me what we're doing here. You know what? Let's do it like this. Whoop, 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 like this. Maybe I could have tabbed it, but I didn't. Anyway, I don't know. This looks stupid too. It doesn't matter. That's what happens when you have questions. So let's go with the video and maybe we'll explain it. We'll see.
You can take advantage of the notion of comparing tuples and use sorting. And so now we can take advantage of the notion of comparing tuples and use sorting. And so what we're going to produce is a list of tuples, and then we're going to sort them, right? And so we can get a list of tuples from a dictionary, and then we can sort that list of tuples, and then we can end up sorting dictionary items by taking this two-step process. Convert dictionary to a list, sort the list, and then we can have assorted dictionary values, okay? And so we'll do this a couple of different times. So if we take a look at this code right here, we have our happy little dictionary, A, B, C, A maps to 10, B maps to 1, C maps to 20. Like, what are we going to get here? Well, it comes out, the mapping is the right way, but the order is whatever. And now we say this function called sorted, which takes inside a sequence and then returns us a sorted version of that, a list that's sorted. And so it says sort D items. So it's basically going to take this list and compare the A's and the C's and the B's. And because it's a dictionary and all the keys are unique, there's never going to be equality. So it really is going to just sort this by keys and never get to looking at the values. You could construct a list that had duplicate. You could make a list of tuples that had duplicates in the first, like we did before. But given that this coming from a dictionary, the first thing is going to always be unique and distinct. And so if we say sorted D of items, that we're passing this stuff into sorted. Sorted is going to go around, move stuff around, and then give us back a sorted version, sorted in ascending order based on key, without looking at the value. And so so that's a way to see dictionaries sorted by key, is just say sorted of D sub items, and sorted is a function, and so it just fixed stuff. And so this is the.
So yeah, it didn't go through like I thought. But you know, what do you expect? It's probably because it's not that important to him, but we are fresh. So yeah, let's go back.
Piece of items.
Whoa,
and sorted is
calm. In fact, let's go back before there was all this scribble scrabble. All right, that's good. All right, so let's bust this out again and let's try to figure out what's going on. Okay, so I guess this is what prints out when we print dictionary items. Honestly, you know what? Let's come over here and let's make something. We got this already. Print largest key, and while we're printing largest key, let's also print. Let's go over to our notepad and make this. All right. Here's that. What else do we need? dictionary items. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to just put this in here and see if it works. All right. Print dictionary. Yes. Let's grab this. See if it works over here. Let's just get this and make that go away. And yeah. All right, so let's save that. Let's go to the command line. Let's go to the file explorer. Open up the command line here. CMD, boom. Press tab, home. No, tab, home. We'll say here, what do we say? Python. All right, run it. There's that. All right. Okay, so it does do that. Okay, so that's what it prints out. Dict items like that. Dictionary items. Let's look at the notes again. Let's do the sorted on it while we're at it. Why not? Why not? Let's do print. Hold on. What? Okay. Also, I don't want to do it this way either anymore. Let's press back. No, that's not it. Print dictionary items. Okay. I want to see if this works. Let's say dictionary items. We already got it saved. So let's do that. Dictionary items equals. Now let's say dictionary dot items. Thusly, and then let's print out this thing. See if we can see if that works. Control S. Let's come over here and run it again. Yeah, okay, cool, awesome. So now if we do sorted on it, all right, let's sort it. Hold on. Let's say sorted dictionary now equals, and then we'll say sorted, and then we'll do dictionary items, and then let's print this out. Control S. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, it was in order already. Whatever. But it's sorted, I guess. And it didn't say dictionary items in front of it. So that's cool. All right. So what he said checks out. Let's go back to the video. Let's go look at the notes. Make sure the notes look legit also. Print. Okay, and then let's say right here sorted dictionary equals this, and then let's say print sorted dictionary. All right, now that actually is what we would do in reality instead of this, which is not how it actually is. Okay, so now that we're done with that, let's fast forward to where we were right before the next scene, right here. All right, so let's do that. Let's go.
And so it just fixed stuff.
Okay, well, we're also going to have to write this down. So using sorted, let's do that. Using sorted. Using the sorted method. All right. And for this one, we can do this even more directly using the built-in Isn't that what we just did? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Isn't that literally
And so,
just what we just did? Yeah, they're sorted right there. Whatever. What do you expect? What do you expect? All right. They don't do this all the time. He's a university professor. He's not a video maker. Let's cut the man some slack. How about that? Using the built-in function sorted. Hold on. Sorted that takes a sequence as a parameter and returns a sorted sequence. Okay. So let's write down the notes on this. Let's start with taking this and let's put it here. All right, let's come down here. Let's say sorted dictionary. We've got that right here. Don't need to go too wild. Don't need to be going too wild with it. All right, there we go. And then when we say print, that's not how you spell print at all. Print sorted dictionary. Sorted dictionary. It'll come out like this. It'll be this tuple right here. It's probably this list with tuples, just like we have over here. All right. And now we're going to throw a for loop on it. Pretty cool. Let's do that. For key, comma, value in sorted. Huh? Oh, yeah. We got to do the dictionary.items. So dictionary.items, which is going to give us this. All right. And then we'll do let me do this real quick. Control, how many do we have lines after this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So right here, we're going to say, for this, and then we'll say print key, comma, value. All right. And then at the beginning of this, I forgot about that. We'll have 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. All right. And then down here, we'll have 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have down here A10. This is the printout. We'll have B1. Oops. We'll have B1. And then we'll have C22. All right, so it's going to print this stuff out thusly. Yeah, that's how that would work. Let's watch him talk about it.
this is the kind of loop that you're going to write to do that. You know, we did this before. We took sorted and we got these sorted by keys. And so you can just make this nice and simple for key value. By the way, you can eliminate the parentheses here. And I think it's prettier if you eliminate the parentheses, but you could put parentheses.
You can do whatever you want.
Without the parentheses for key and value in sorted. So that says go through D items, but before I go through them, please sort them. So that means K is going to go through A, B, and C deterministically every single time.
So we can have that like in JavaScript? All right, let's come on, back it up. If we can have them, I'm putting them there because I don't like this unrestrained tuple in my world. Okay, we're restraining the tuple because this is our code and we don't just let our code run free. That's not there's a time and a place, you know. You let humans run free. Let your code be chained up nicely how you want it to. It's not, you get what I'm saying.
to go. And of course, value is going to go through the corresponding values. So now we can print this out nicely, sorted by key. And that's a real nice, succinct little way to say that. I mean, again, these are one of the kind of things that people really like about Python, is that you can do pretty powerful things with easy to understand. I mean, you might have seen this for the first time, but ultimately you look at that eventually and you're like, oh yeah, I see exactly what that's doing. Easy, not hard at all. So, but.
All right. Sort by values instead of keys. Let's do that. I was kind of wondering how we do that. I was trying to figure it out in my brain, but we can watch. We can take notes. All right. 1, 2. Let's go here. Sort by values instead of keys. Sorting by values instead of keys. Boom. If we could construct a list of tuples of the form key value, value, comma key, we could sort by value. Okay. We do this with a for loop that creates a list of tuples like that. Reverse tuples the reverse of the tuples in reversed order. All right. That's basically what's going to happen. That's what we have to do, right? So let's type the example out. All right. So we got this here. Let's grab one of these. We're at it. Why not? And let's, oh yeah, because we aren't at that stage. We're not there yet. All right. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say, I don't want to do that. We're not going to call it C. We're going to call it dictionary yet again. So dictionary equals this. And then we've got a temporary file. Temporary file. I think on these ones, on temporary files, it's cool to say temp. Okay. Equals, and not TMP. Equals list. All right. So we're doing a list constructor on that temporary file. And then we're going to say for key, comma, value in dictionary.items. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to have the ... And then after that, let's have another set of ... And let's actually copy this little break with the tabs, copy that, and drop it off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can do this a little more easily. And let's do a print temp, all right? And then what it's going to print is the tuples. What? What? Hold on. Oh, okay. I was about to say, what are we doing? I forgot this main part. All right. So temp dot append, and then what we're going to do is we're going to append in it value, a tuple with the value in front, and the key afterwards. All right. Okay, there we go. So now when we do print temp, let's just grab this and change it on the fly. What we're gonna do, let's drop this, boom. Let's start here. Let's say delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right arrow 2, comma, and then A like that. Actually, let's do this. And let's take this like that. All right, let's delete this. Oops. Delete, right arrow, paste, highlight, delete, right arrow, paste, and let's put A, B, that's not B, B and C. How about that? Okay, so that's cool. So that's good. Now we're gonna do the next part, which is a set of chevrons. We're gonna say temp now equals sorted. I don't want to do that. I want to change it to temp. Let's call it sorted temp. Sorted temp equals sorted temp reverse equals true. What? What is this? Is this a new thing that we didn't learn? I guess we're learning about this too. When we print sorted temp, we'll get this, but it'll be in sorted order. All right, so this will be first. We'll grab this 10. We'll grab this comma. Can we got to do Control X's and Control V's, because it doesn't just let us drag. Control X, Control V. Let's grab this. Should have done that, but whatever. It's not always going to be perfect. It's rarely going to be perfect, in fact. Let's skip this. Take it, drop it. Oops, drop it, I say. All right, there we go. So that's what it's going to look like when we sort it. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Let's look at it one more time and read it. So sorting by values instead of keys. 1 second. All right, sorting by values instead of keys. If we could construct a list of tuples in the form value key, we could sort by value. Yes, that's what we did here. We do this with a for loop that creates a list of tuples in reversed order. Yes. So here's the for loop. It's got this temp list that we made, and then we say temp append the value and the key instead of the key and the value, right, inside of this tuple right here. And then when we print out what we did, it's going to come out like this, yeah. And then when we sort it, it puts the 22 in the front, the 10 in the second position, and the 1 last. Awesome. All right, so this is how we would do that. So let's watch him talk about it.
Let's say we're looking for the most common word, which we have been for weeks and weeks and weeks now. And so we want to sort by values, not key. So this is an example of where we're going to construct a data structure. We're going to imagine a data structure, and then we're going to write code to construct the data structure, and then that's going to make our problem easy. So this is an example of using cleverly constructed data structures to do this. And the data structure that we're going to create is a list of tuples where the value is first and the key is second. So you can just with items get key value. I want value key. So let's take a look at this code. Take your time and get it right. So KV goes in C items. Well, that is unsorted and going to go through whatever A, B, and C in whatever order. And we're going to make a new list. So this is a data structure that we're creating temporarily. And what we're going to do is this is a list. And we are going to append to that list a tuple. So this is going to be a list of tuples. Except we're not going to append them in key value order, we're going to flip them and append the first part of the tuple is going to be the value and the second part is going to be the key. So we end up with this. This is sort of our temporary data structure that we have constructed to make our job really easy. So this ends up being 10A, 22C, 1B. Now we just kind of flipped them. We took this order and then we flipped them around. And so now we have this nice little list sitting in memory in a variable. And that's really simple.
True.
We can say, oh, look, we can use sorted. And we can sort by now the values because they're the first thing. I mean, the sorted doesn't know that they're how we produce this list. It just looks at that and says, oh, that's a list of tuples. I'm going to always sort by looking at the first item in any tuple. And I'm going to add reverse equals true so I get a descending sort. So I see that the value that is highest ends up being first. And so that changes this, and I'm just sort it and then reassign it back into temp. And I'll print this out, and so now you see it's sorted in descending order of key. So it's basically value, key, value, key, value, key, but it's sorted in descending order. Okay? And so that's an example sort of just like, you know, if I just made a data structure and I flipped those things around, I could use sorted to sort these things.
True.
There's many other ways you could do it, but there's sort of like the more elegant way of doing it. And the clever bit here is like make a new list and make it be a little bit different. Okay? So here we're going to print.
All right. So here's this little thing. This is going to print the top 10 most common words. Awesome. So let's do that. Pretty interesting stuff. Let's do that right there. Print the top 10 most common words. Print the top 10 most common words. Okay. And so we'll start here and we'll say Romeo. What? How did we do it on this thing? File name. Yeah, we're going to do this. Of course. And we're going to also do this. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're not doing no new thing. Why? We don't need any new examples. We can use the old one. Boom. We're going to do this first. Boom, boom. Now let's go back to the video and see what else we have to do. All right. So we've got the handle action right there. All right. And now we're going to say counts equals the new dictionary. And we'll say for line in file name. Okay. We're going to say for word. Whoa. Okay, so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All right. We're going to start doing 4 spaces instead of tabs. All right. So for line in file name, we're going to say words equals line.split. All right. So that's going to split it into, it's going to split that thing into a list with every word in its own element. So we're going to say for word in words. What we'll do is we'll say, I don't like that already. I don't like that already. All right, we're doing this. We're doing it the old way. All right, for word in words, what we're going to do here is we're going to say counts at word. Now equals counts.getWord, comma 0, and then we're going to add 1 to it. All right, so that's going to make our dictionary with the words, and then it's going to either create the new word if it's not there using the 0+1, or it's just going to do, if it's there, it's just going to add 1 to it anyway. All right, so just like that, now we're going to have a little line break. We come over here and say list. I don't like that. What are we going to call this? What do we usually call list? Word list? No. What are we doing? Newt up. Newt up. Okay, reverse list. We'll say reversed elements equals a new list. Okay. For, and then we're going to do key comma value in counts dot items. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to say newt up, new tuple, new tuple equals value comma key. Okay. And then we'll say reversed elements dot append new tuple. Okay. And we'll come down here outside of the for loop, and we're going to say reversed elements now equals, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to make a sorted. We're going to actually make a sorted. We're going to say sorted list equals sorted, and then we're going to put reversed elements comma reverse equals true. We went through that up here too, and I don't remember doing that. Anyway, so this is how we do it. And then we're going to say for value comma key in sorted list from 0 to 10. We're going to split, we're going to slice it. All right. What we're going to do here is print the key and the value. All right. So this is going to put them back in order. Okay. So yeah. Let's look at this. Okay. So for this, we're going to open it up. All right. They're going to put in a file name and whatever. All right. So counts. So now after that, counts equals a new dictionary. So for line in file names, we're going to have words dot equals line dot split. So we're going to have the split thing going on here. We're going to have the line split up into words. For word in words, we're going to say count word. Counts at word equals this. So we're going to fill the dictionary up with this thing, right? So now we're going to have reversed elements equals a new list. We're going to say for key and value in counts, because this is going to give us the key. This is going to be the dictionary with the key value pairs. We're going to have a new tuple, and we're going to have the keys. We're going to have the values be first and the keys be second in the new tuple. And then we're going to say reversed elements. This list that we made is going to have this new tuple that we made put appended to it. Okay. And then outside of this for loop, after we have this list full of reverse tuples, we're going to say sorted list equals sorted, and we're going to sort the thing by the reversed elements. And so this is going to put it, I guess, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this one, right? And then for value, it's going to put it in reverse order instead of regular order. So we're going to say for value key in sorted list, all right? Because the value is going to be first in this reverse order thing, right? We're going to say print key value, putting it in correct order. So it's going to reverse it here, and then we're going to print out these in the correct order. And that's how that's going to work. All right, so this is a great thing also. Let's watch him talk about it.
10 most common words in a file. And most of this code is review. So if we take a look at it, we're going to open a file. We're going to start a dictionary for our counting. We're going to, there's going to be words and lines, right? And so we're going to have a for loop. This for loop is going to go through each line. And then, of course, we're going to split them, which is busting them into pieces. And then we have a for loop within that. And this for loop is going to go through each word. And so that means that by nesting these loops, we're going through each line. And then within the line, we're going through a word. Then we go to the next line and go through the words. And eventually, this line of code, count subword equals counts.get word 0 plus 1, our idiom for making a histogram, right? This line right here is an idiom. If you don't know already what that is, go back to the previous dictionary lecture and understand it, because you're just going to use it over and over again. So now at this point, and I always like drawing horizontal lines in code when we write it. At this point, coming through at this point, counts is right. Counts is the histogram. It's not sorted. So now we want to sort it. So we're going to make a new list. We're going to loop through key value. And then we're going to make a tuple. I'm making this be 2 lines to make it a little easier. Value key, so I'm flipping it, right? So I'm flipping the order of these things. That's making a tuple, and then I'm appending that tuple to the list. Okay? So at the end of this, we have a list of tuples in value key order. VK, VK, right? So at this point, coming through here, I've got in my LST variable, I've got this really useful bit of code or useful bit of data that I produced. And then I'm like, oh, now it's ready to be sorted. Poof, sort. So take list, sort it back, and sort it in descending order, and then stick that back in list. Now we want to print it out, but we don't want to print it out. So we got a nice sorted list coming down here. We don't want to print it out in value key, because that's what it is. It's in parentheses v comma k order, but it's sorted. And we know that the highest value is here on down. And so we're going to say, we're going to run through, and now we're going to go through this new list, only the first 10, start at the beginning up to, but not including number 10, which is the first 10. For value key in, and so value is good. So this is the iteration variable that's going to go through each of these things, on and down, and then we're just going to print it out flipping it. So we re-flip it, flip, flip. We print out key value, and it's going to work.
And that's how it goes.
Okay, so.
And there's an even shorter version. All right, so let's write down this even shorter version. Turns out, let's write that down. Even shorter version of print top 10 common words of this. Boom. All right, so let's knock this out. All right. I don't think we need this large right now. We can have this short so we can easily type. And let's easily type this. So we're going to have... We're going to have the chevrons. Thusly, we're going to do dictionary equals, and then we're going to have the same thing that we did up here. Where's it at? This thing right here. Who's just taking the dictionary along with the chevrons, but maybe next time. Then we're going to print. We're going to do a one-liner, it looks like. And so we'll say right here, print. And then we're going to say, like this, we'll say sorted. All right. And then we'll do a list inside of there. And then inside of here, we'll have a tuple, a value, comma key for key comma value in dictionary dot items. Okay, and that will give us the sorted thing. We're going to have to listen to him because I want to know what's going on here. It'll give us Oh, and this is not going to be in reverse order because we put it in regular order. I wonder if we can say comma reverse equals true. I bet we can do that. But we'll have to listen to him talk about that. So let's put down this list. All right. Since it's not, this is unique. So we're going to have to format the whole thing. And then let's have a comma inside here with a set of quotes. And let's take this and drop it off 2 times. All right, 1, 2. Get rid of this. Let's say in here, B. Oh no, let's do 1, and this is going to be B, and then we're going to have 10, which is going to be A, and then we're going to have 22, which is going to be C, E. Okay. All right, and let's see what this. And then we'll type this stuff down too. List comprehension creates a dynamic list. In this case, we make a list of reversed tuples, and then let's drop it down. And then sort it. Okay. So yeah, that's basically what's going to go on here. That's basically what's happening here. So in this case, we make a list of reverse tuples and then sort it. So we made this. This is going to be the reverse tuples. Oh, no. This is making the reverse tuple. So here's this. And then we reverse it. Yeah, just like it did. Let's listen to him talk about it.
That is one way of doing this. And this slide right here, you absolutely do not need to figure out. But some of you will look at this slide and you're like, why didn't you show us that in the beginning? And others of you will be like, no. Keep telling me this stuff here. So I don't know.
No, it's good to have both.
This, but this is a very procedural. This is
normal syntax. This is normal syntax. You know, this is normal syntax. That's what I've been calling it. And then this is concise syntax. See, he doesn't know because they haven't come up with it, but that's what I call it. I call this normal syntax. This is normal syntax. And then we've got concise syntax is the other one. Let's go.
Classic algorithms and data for this, but this is
normal.
A very procedural. This is a classic algorithms and data structures approach to solving this problem. This next thing uses what are called lambdas, and they kind of create what's called what I call a closed form, where you kind of do it in all one statement, and there's all this implicit stuff going on.
See, that's the thing. Remember, guys. Like how he's trying to make something up right there. That's how most of computer science is. While we are doing this stuff, we are also making up the terms, and so I personally call this concise syntax. I personally call it the other one normal syntax. If it catches on, that's cool. If it doesn't, I don't care. It doesn't matter. You know, that's like making up slang. You don't get paid if you make up using the word cool for something interesting. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Don't worry too much about that. But roughly, this single line does everything that bottom half of that program does. I mean, if we go back to here, it's pretty much this line does everything, does that in one line, okay? It doesn't create the counts and it doesn't print out the top 10, but it does everything in that middle bit. So let's take a look at this. So we all are going to collapse this down. So we have a print, that parentheses the end of the print. And then we have sorted, and remember that sorted takes as input a list. And so that's not too bad and returns us a list. And so we'll print the return from sorted. And then this is the funny part. The fun part, funny part. This is called list comprehension. And we have square brackets and we say to Python, this is a list. But instead of listing the things or having a constant of 1, 2, 3 or append, we are going to create an expression that will act as a generator for all the elements. And so this basically says, this is a list of two tuples, v and k, and then this is sort of implied. For all kv in c.items. And so this is like a for loop that is sort of driving this. Think of this as like stamp, 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 stamp. However many times it has to make a stamp. And so that's producing a list, right? It just manufactures this list. And then that list is sort of manufactured in the moment. There's no stop, it's not put in a variable. Python makes that list according to the stamping pattern that you've told it to stamp out this list. And then it passes that stamped out list without even storing it in a variable into sorted. Sorted moves the list around because it is just a list of tuples, and then gives us back the sorted list. And so I didn't put reverse equals true on here, but you see that this is sorted in ascending order now by key. Awesome. And I did that all in one little statement.
Awesome explanation. Awesome. Let's try to actually understand this, because I mean, I don't know if you're like an audio learner and that was perfect for you, but when people start getting on a rambling rant and I never see what's going on, I'm just tuning them out ASAP. But you know what? We can actually try something. Let's come over here and actually make something. So we've got this whole thing that we just already did with the dictionary items and all that. Let's bring out the notes. And so let's make this. Let's do this. Let's say this. We've got this dictionary thing right here. Let's get rid of this stuff. All right. We've got the dictionary still. Let's get rid of this too, because we don't need that right now. And let's look at the notes and let's make this thing. Let's say dictionary list equals, and let's do the thing where we have, what was it? We have, let's, you know what, I'm just gonna say boink, yoink. Let's do this. Let's take the whole list thing in here like that. Let's see if we go print dictionary list, print dictionary list, print dictionary list. There we go. Let's save it. Let's go over to the command line, the command prompt. Let's run it. Okay, so yeah, it does do it. All right, so this is basically, this right here will make a list of tuples out of this thing right here. We just seen it in action. I don't think there's any real way to get it to print out the for loop. Could we watch? Let's try. Let's see what we can do. Let's put a print. Let's put print in front of this. Let's see. Let's push Control S and let's see if this does anything, or if it just runs does a trace back. No, it does it. Look at that. So if we put print on this, it'll just do this, but it won't fill in the dictionary. What if we do this? Let's put this in a tuple. Let's put this in a tuple. And let's put after that, comma. And then let's put this in a tuple as well. Watch. Let's put this in a tuple as well. Let's see if this does anything. No, not like that though. Like this. Let's see if this does anything. Let's save it. Let's run it. It did nothing. Not what we wanted. None. Okay, so how do we get rid of that none? How do we get rid of that none? How do we get rid of that none is the question. I guess we don't, and this is just what happens. Because I mean, look, we're literally just doing this right now. Never even seen it before, so maybe it's not that important. Let's get rid of this. My question is, why is this thing acting as if it's taking a lot of juice right now. That shouldn't be a problem, 28%. But whatever. Anyway, whatever. All right, so we did that. Let's bring it back to something more manageable and less experimental. All right, let's bring it like that. And let's run it again. Okay, beautiful. All right, so that's cool. We can do that. Let's watch Chuck talk about some other stuff.
So
Or
look
same
at
stuff.
this. This is also one of the beautiful things about Python, that you can build these things, and you can build more complex versions of this, and there's a lot of real elegant things that you can do in Python.
Elegant.
They're really succinct. You should be careful, because in the beginning, I think this is easier to understand, even though after a while you're like, wait a sec, why am I putting all these extra lines in? Because this is not so hard to understand, but at some point, you will want to master
this more advanced.
this
That's
more powerful.
honestly, this is the beginner version. All right, this is if you want to build something from scratch, right? This is how you do it, and this is the rough draft, and this is the final product. I mean, this is for advanced users who understand what's going on, and this is for noobs. Easy. Let's go.
You're like, wait a sec, why am I putting all these extra lines in? Because this is not so hard to understand, but at some point, you will want to master this more powerful and more succinct version of Python that expresses it in terms of the data you want to see, rather than.
Look, we're like craftsmen, all right? If we had hammers and nails and 2x4s and saws, we would be carpenters, and we would learn carpentry, right? And we don't know all the tricks of the trade, right? But we're not. We're doing this, and this is an advanced trick of the trade. Remember, guys, this is for money. This is not money. Pardon me. Back up. This is so we can eat food and sleep outside of the rain and not in a cave at the same time. Let's do it.
Than the steps you want to take.
Air conditioning.
So this sort of.
All right, let's do the summary. Hopefully this one goes better than the last. The last one was crap. The last summary was awful. All right, summary. Tuple syntax. Boom. Is that what you... Anyway, whatever. Tuple syntax, and what we're doing here is key value. Value or A, comma B, whatever. All right. Immutability. The property of a data type where it's impossible to mutate it. Immutable. Impossible to mutateable. That's that. All right. Next, we're going to say comparability. What's that? I don't remember us talking about that. I hate school, bro. I hate school because I hate it when there's this comparability and we didn't talk about that. Oh, no, here it is. Tuples are comparable. Look, you're like, oh, are you stupid? Look, in the last summary, there were 2 of these that we didn't talk about. You go watch the video. Tuples are comparable. The comparison operators work with tuples. Okay. Using comparison operators on tuples, obviously, but what is it going to say? What do we say after this? Using comparison operators on tuples, they just compare. They compare the data only the data. They compare only the first differing data. I don't know how to say that. Yeah, it's hard. Let me put question mark on that because it didn't come out correctly. All right, now we're going to do sorting using the sorting algorithm, using the various sorting sorting methods and techniques. All right. What else we got here? Let's shorten this up. All right. We got the next thing, which is tuples. Tuples in assignment statements. What is that? Let's go look. Let's go find that. Tuples in assignment statements. Oh, yeah. Basically the same as JavaScript. As JavaScript's destructuring assignment syntax, where we assign multiple variables at the same time. Example. Let's do this. Example, and then we'll come down here. A, comma B, comma C equals. Oh, right. We gotta have these in freaking. Oh, why do I gotta? Anyway, whatever. No big deal. No big deal. No big deal. No big deal. Let's do strings like this. Okay. So we're gonna do A, B, C equals, and then we'll say 1, 2, 3. All right. And when we say print A, we can say print A. Is that how it works? No, it's not strings. It's actually variable names. I'm pretty sure it's actually variable names. Let's go back up here. No, that's comparing. Where is it? Oh, right here, right here. Okay, yeah. So it's not strings. It's actually variable names like this. All right, cool. All right, let's come back down here. So print A would give us 1. Let's take this. Print B would give us 2. And this would give us 3. So 3 and 2 right here. All right. So it's basically just assigning variables all at the same time. Slick, very nice way to do business. And then what else do we got after that? We've got sorting dictionaries by either key or value. And this, make a little room. By either key or using the proper sorting technique. By creating lists and reversing order. That's good enough. Let's back this up to. That looks good. Let's do this. Great. All right. So there we go. Now let's listen to him skim through these as if you know, he was talking to somebody that's been doing this for 30 years.
Finishes up tuples. We've done a bunch of stuff. I mean, really, they're simple and elegant. Tuples, lists, and dictionaries are all related. They're really three different, three foundational data structures, three foundational collections of Python. And we combine those in a lot of different ways.
Like I said, didn't even go through that list at all. That's why we went through the list manually. All right, so there's that. We're finally done with this lecture chapter thing, and then we're going to do the exercise in the next video. So there's that. So now we're on to comparing and sorting tuples exercise, and we'll see you next time.